Hello travelers and future visitors to Canada. Welcome back to our channel again, where we bring you the latest and most essential travel updates. Today, we'll know the latest biometrics application process. The IRCC, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada refer to one's fingerprints and photo as biometrics. They collect biometrics for most applications. Find out what happens from when you submit your application to when you get to Canada and where biometrics fits in the process. 1. Apply for your visitor visa, study permit or work permit. If you want to visit, study or work in Canada, make sure you're eligible to apply. Use their application guides to help fill out your application properly, then submit your application. 2. Get your fingerprints and photo taken. If you're between 14 and 79 years old, you probably need to give your fingerprints and photo biometrics. You only need to give your biometrics since every 10 years to make repeat trips to Canada easier. Also, you must pay the biometrics fee when you submit your application, otherwise you may experience delays. You have 30 days to do this from the date on the letter. COVID-19 biometrics deadline. Some biometrics collection sites are closed. If the site closest to you is closed, they will extend your deadline to give your biometrics. 3. They process your application. After they get your biometrics, they start processing your application. It varies about how long it takes to process your application. For example, if you apply from USA for a visitor visa, it may take up to 13 days. If they need more information from you, they will contact you. 4. Taking a decision on your application. When they finish reviewing your application, they let you know if you're approved to come to Canada. If you are, they issue your documents. If your application is refused, they send you a letter that tells you why. 5. Traveling to Canada. If you're approved, make sure you travel with the documents they gave you. This includes travel documents like a visitor visa, study or work permits, or an ETA electronically linked to your passport. Airline staff and border service officers at ports of entry will ask to see your travel documents. If you don't have them, you may not be able to board your flight to Canada. Make sure children under 18 travel with their ID documents. 6. Checking your identity when you arrive in Canada. When you arrive, the authorities check your identity to make sure that you are the same person who was approved to travel to Canada. They may use your biometrics to do this. If they can't verify your identity, you may be detained by a border services officer. These officers help protect the health and safety of Canadians. If the officer determines that you're not admissible to Canada, you won't be allowed to enter Canada. If you came by air, you'll have to take a return flight to where you came from. 7. Allowing to enter Canada. If you pass the identity check and meet the entry requirements, the Border Services officer stamps your passport and lets you know how long you can stay in Canada. You're normally allowed to stay in Canada for up to 6 months. Children under 18 must meet the same entry requirements as adults. The Border Services officer may ask minor children to show their documents depending on whether the child is traveling alone or with someone. For the most current information and detailed guidance, visit the official Canadian immigration website or consult with immigration professionals. Before that, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. See you with next video. Till then, bye bye.